As most airlines rebound, tonight the travel nightmare for Southwest passengers presses on.
They told us that the flight was canceled.
Making up nearly 90% of today's cancellations, Southwest nixing another 2,500 flights. That's on top of the more than 11,000 already canceled in the last week.
I really hope they figure out whatever the problems are and get back on track.
So what's keeping one of the country's largest carriers from bouncing back? Industry experts blame a trifecta of bad weather, the airline's outdated scheduling system, and its lower-cost point-to-point flight design, which sends planes from one destination to the next and so on, instead of the popular hub-and-spoke system, connecting passengers and crews through a central point.
Do you want an excuse to not go home this Christmas? Then fly Northwest Airlines. At Northwest Airlines, thousands of employees are dedicated to delaying and canceling flights so you won't get home for the holidays.
No way I'm getting you on your connecting flight.
No way we're taking off on time.
Don't worry, I'm taking this flight back to the gate.
Do you think Jeff will make it home this year?
No way, because Jeff flew Northwest.
Thanks, Northwest. I hate my family.
What is good? Osiris back here, back in the middle. People ask, why is it middle MAGA? It's because I think however I want to think, and I like MAGA. I like Kim Iverson on the left. I like Steve Bannon on the right. Right now, what I don't like is all this money the Southwest got. That's what I'm concerned about. Over this holiday weekend, you probably heard Southwest Air has stranded thousands across the country. This happened despite billions going to the airline since 2020. This is via Gateway Pundit. Southwest stole Christmas for tens of thousands of its passengers, and post-Christmas, what a disaster, by canceling 5,400 flights during a 48-hour period. And today is December 28th, and they're still having problems. So today, our data team quantified just how much, again, this is Gateway Pundit, so this data team at Open the Books quantified just how much federal subsidy the airline received from Congress since 2020. In September of 2020, as a part of massive pandemic relief packages, Southwest received $3.3 billion from the federal government. Its stock price also received a boost, with the U.S. Treasury agreeing to purchase over 1 million shares of Southwest stock as a part of the deal. That's a nice deal, isn't it? I'd love to get that deal where the government buys off the shares of my company. It comes with some heavy asks, of course, like being a part of the woke cult, but look at that money. In April 2021, as a part of the American Rescue Plan and other subsidies, Southwest received an additional $3.8 billion, according to the data on Federal Transparency website. So now what we're doing is we're looking at a total here of about $7.1 billion. Despite billions in subsidies, Southwest was unable to keep their flights going. The question is, why are we having a staffing shortage? I believe it's because of the pandemic and the things they required to put in your shoulder because of the pandemic. They're still requiring it for all new applicants. This is what's reported here. And if the new applicants say they're not going to get that thing, their application is passed over. So you take the money from the government. The understanding is you better, they don't need to tell you. I'm not alleging that. I don't know if they did. But if you take the money from somebody, you know you have to believe their ideology. Let's stop playing games here. Let's not be stupid. So this is a different article, shows, question, why are we having so many shortages? I believe it's because of that thing. People were sharing some anecdotes online saying Southwest Air, your solo desk agent, worked 16 hours, was asked to keep working because of canceled flights. They broke down crying. I've seen multiple tweets like this. So it does carry weight with me. Many people reporting this. This employee treatment is not okay. Even some videos showing them crying. I can be chill about weather, computer issues, but abusing your workers will make me switch airlines. Here's my takeaway. This is what happens when the government gets in the way. The government should not be deciding who's a winner and loser. You've got people who are in line, angry, taking it out on the employees at the Southwest that didn't make these decisions, didn't make these mistakes. Some people at least were saying online, just be kind to these people working. They're not the problem. Some people making jokes like I'm your agent here to help you, Sam. His dream scenario, a bunch of luggage and nobody really watching and checking who's taking it.
You said you're going to arrest people for trespassing, for being at a ticket counter for
If you don't have a valid ticket and you're on the secured side or refuse to leave, you will be arrested.
We do have tickets. We have valid tickets. They're just not to Washington, D.C. or Phoenix.
All right. Well, if your ticket is canceled, you no longer have a ticket. You understand that, right?
Okay, that ticket counter. Okay, thank you. What happened
Do you have any more information regarding your trespassing?
If you were told to leave the secured side, like I'm telling you to the third time, you refuse to leave.
I'm just trying to make the legal connection. I'm an attorney,
there's
and
a
I want to make sure I
TCA
understand
called
it.
Airport and Aircraft Security that says if you're told to leave and you refuse to leave
with a valid ticket at a ticket
don't
counter.
The government's got involved. Biden, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, who I think wants to become president, got involved. You got to keep the government out of this. If you're going to look into what happened, do an audit on that $7.1 billion. Where did it go? What are you doing with that? Or what did you do with it? We saw that the Treasury bought up some shares. Did people cash out on that? Knowing that it wasn't going to go well? Stock crash? In fact, you could cash out on it and give some hints to other people to short the stock on the way down. I'm not saying that happened. I don't know. But that's what needs to be investigated, first of all. Why is the government involved? The company would not be active right now. They would probably be bankrupt if it wasn't for the government. Let them go bankrupt. I know it's tough. I don't want to see anybody lose jobs, but it's worse now. You're still going to see people lose jobs now. It's just delaying it. They're going to have to cut way back. They expanded to international travel, and they're going to have to cut way back, in my opinion. The stock price is crashing. Whenever you see your stock price crashing, you can't raise capital, you're going to be letting people off. Overhead is getting cut. So all you did was delay the inevitable, and these people could have gotten rich off of government money. That's where the investigation needs to start. Hopefully everybody's getting where they need to get to safely after Christmas, obviously, and going into the New Year's. It's going to be a minute. If I'm blessed enough to be able to fly, that I would choose Southwest. Let me know what you think. Take care.
I want everyone who is dealing with the problems we've been facing, whether you haven't been able to get to where you need to go, or you're one of our heroic employees caught up in a massive effort to stabilize the airline, to know is that we're doing everything we can to return to a normal operation. And please also hear that I'm truly sorry.